The topic of my paper is a review of Swami Vivekananda's educational thought for ensuring communal harmony. In this paper, I have discussed the concept of education according to Swami Vivekananda ji, the concept of Vedanta and practical Vedanta, and some approaches for ensuring communal harmony. According to Swami Vivekananda ji, the concept of education is very broad. The ultimate aim of any educational system is man-making. Swamiji attempt to establish through his words and deeds that the end of all education system is man-making. He prepares the scheme of this man-making education in the light of his overall philosophy of Vedanta. In order to grasp the idea of education given by the Swami Vivekananda, we have to know about Vedanta and practical Vedanta. According to Vedanta, the essence of man lies in his soul, which he possesses in addition to his body and mind. Swamiji defines education as the manifestation of perfection already in man. The aim of education is to manifest in our lives the perfection which is very nature of inner self. Swamiji reiterates the religion is innermost core of education. However, by religion he does not mean any particular kind of it, but its essential character, which is the realization of divinity already in man. To be religious for him means leading life in such a way that we manifest our higher nature, truth, goodness, and beauty in our thoughts, words, and deeds. All impulses, thoughts, and actions which lead to one towards this goal are naturally evolving and harmonizing and are ethical and moral in truest sense. In this context, that Swamiji's ideas of religion as the basis of education should be understood. We note that in this interpretation, religion and education share the identity of purpose. Now, I would like to throw some lights about the Vedanta. In his sense, Vedanta means knowledge of God or the absolute reality as recorded in the Upanishads, the final section of the Vedas. This knowledge is not acquired by education nor by adherence to scriptures. Instead, Vedanta declare that it is the goal and birthright of every individual to obtain this knowledge through direct experience. To reach this goal, Vedanta gives us principles which can guide us in our approach to life in affirming that the universe is manifestation of one spiritual reality. Within each person, the divine essence is at core of his or her innermost being. Thus, a human being becomes an opportunity to unfold and manifest this divinity from within. All religions are valid paths which can lead one the realization of these truths. Practical Vedantas. No theory is of any value whatever except an intellectual gymnastics. Vedanta is a practical because they are based on truth which we can all experience. The Vedanta, therefore, as a religion must be intensely practical. We must be able to carry it out in every part of our lives. And not only this, the fictions, the differentiations between religion and the life of the world must vanish, for the Vedanta teaches oneness, one life throughout. The idea of religion must cover the whole field of the life. They must enter into all our thoughts and more into practice. Now, I would like to discuss some approaches towards harmony. There are mainly 4 approaches towards the harmony of religions: political, social, theological, and mythical, and mystical. Political approach is mean that the policy adopted by the government towards religion. In modern times, this approach has assumed paramount importance because without it, the other approaches become ineffective. Social approach is one normally followed by the common people. Left to themselves, common people would live in peace with their neighbors, without whatever be their religion or faith. They create communal disturbance only when they are incited by the vested interests. This is the field in which religious leaders and voluntary organizations have a leading role to play. Theological approaches consist in reinterpreting doctrines of in favor of harmony of religions. In all world religions, most of the doctrines were formulated many centuries ago. Some of these doctrines are against harmony of religions. If these cannot be changed, they could be interpreted to suit the needs of present day world. Mystical approach is based on the principle that apart from revealed knowledge gained from the scripture, it is possible to have direct experience of ultimate reality known as mystical knowledge. This principle is accepted in all the world religions, and every religion has a rich mystical tradition built through many centuries. The conclusive part of this paper is the quality of life of a man will depend upon the relationship between different religions as well as on the extent of space that each religion can create to ensure and encourage freedom to question. Vivekananda cautioned against hope of exclusive survival of one religion and destruction of others. But can pluralism solve problems of religions, hostilities, and resist the tendencies of destroying one by another? Whenever one learns to accept the validity of religions out of faith and conviction, as Gandhiji did, or whether one learns to treat another person's religion with tolerance out of the understanding of the historical bonds between the community and religions, as Nehru did. The present and the future of human society has hardly any other options. The unique contribution of Swami Vivekananda lies in the formulation of unity when he said that each must assimilate the spirit of the others and yet preserve his individuality and grow according to his own law of growth. Thank you.